Hi everybody, welcome to Star Vision. We have a great show today for you, and we are talking about self-improvement, and hope you enjoy it. Here again is your co-host, Eleanor.
Today's topic is about self-improvement, so I have some questions for Ostaro. First of all, Ostaro, why do habits break people?
Because habits tell us the way we conduct ourselves, and habits take a long time to form in one way or the other. Good habits can be turned to bad habits if you have a wrong company. If you are with bad people, then you can turn into a bad person. Or if you are a bad person, you can turn into a good person if you change your company. So habit can improve our performance in life, and it can lead to more success or more misery depending upon who you associate with.
You emphasize habits a lot. Can we change them from bad to good?
I think they can, yes. The point is, it's easier to form a bad habit than to change a bad habit into a good habit. If you get hooked on drugs or on drinks, then it's very difficult, because then the body takes over, and if by constitution your body is stronger than the mind, then it will be very hard to get out. However, if your mind is stronger than the body, and even if you did create a bad habit, you can easily kick it.
Have you changed any of your own habits?
Well, I did. In India, we used to eat with hands, and today I eat with a knife and a fork. So when I went from the east, I went to the west. So the habits had to change from Eastern habits to Western habits. So I acquired some of the Western habits that are good, and I still maintain some of the Indian habits that are good. So good and bad, there is a good mixture.
We live in a materialistic society. Are there any techniques to help us achieve self-sufficiency?
You have asked a very vital, very excellent question. As far as the global economy is concerned, it is built on, taught by United States, a credit society. So most of us live beyond our means. So if we make $100, we spend $120. So that is what the problem is. The capacity to save in China, in Russia, is a lot more than in Western Europe. The least is in United States of A. We can achieve self-sufficiency if we can learn. There are two things in life that are most important: money management and time management. You can manage your total life if you can learn these two.
Why do people obstruct our path to success?
You know, people don't let us go forward because of different reasons. If I'm a very selfish person and I never succeeded in anything, I wouldn't like anybody else to be more successful than I'm. Selfish reason, false pride, or bad self-image. All those people who broaden their horizon, they try to help other people go further, because they have a different, life is a matter of attitude. So I'll try to help people because I have succeeded, and I would like to share. Most people try to share only the misery, but not the happiness. If I make $1 million, I tell everybody, but if I lose $1 million, I'll tell nobody. So that's the way it is. People hinder our path who do not harmonize with us.
Thank you very much.
And here is SVO.
As always, we have some questions via email at starvision@ostaro.com. Our first question is from Amy from New York. She says, I cannot trust my boyfriend. How can I change that?
Well, if you don't like it too much, then you have to let him go and look for somebody else who can provide you with more certainty, and you can count on more. That would be the way to do it.
Our second question is from Julia from Virginia. She says, how can I use astrology to improve myself?
Now, it all depends upon in what way you want to improve your life. It is, you want to improve your health, or you want to make more money, you want to find success, you want to find fame. So depending upon what is it that you are looking for, you have to go to a certain place to look for money and a certain place to improve your health. So it's a very vague question. That's why I cannot pinpoint at the place where you should go to get what. I might ask you to go to Himalayas to meditate if that's what you want. Or if you want to make money, I'll say come to New York City. So it all depends upon the question before you can honestly answer it.
And lastly, we have a question from Taylor from Connecticut. She says, what should I do to be more successful in my love life?
Now, being an astrologer, I'll advise you to first have your horoscope matched with the person you want to get acquainted with, so that you can find out whether or not there is enough harmony between that person and you. That's the first thing I will do.
Thank you very much, Ostaro. If you'd like to contact us, please email us on starvision@ostaro.com. We'd love to hear from you.
And your co-host, Eleanor. Today our guest is Dr. Sharon Melnick. She's a business psychologist, which I don't know what that means, an expert on success under stress. So I'm right now under stress, but she's going to tell us what she can do about it. And she has carried out 10 years of psychology research at Harvard Medical School. So may I call you Sharon?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, what is the interrelationship between success and stress? I've never known this.
Well, you know, if I were to say what is stress, a lot of us would say, oh, it's that pain in my shoulder, or it's that waking up in the middle of the night, you know, sort of feeling. But really, we experience stress when the demands of our lives exceed our perceived ability to control it. So really, what you want to do is the more control that you can exert over your world, the less stress that you're going to experience, the more that you're going to be able to put your efforts into your success.
On one side, we say success under stress, we qualify that. On the other side, we are saying without stress. So there's a contradiction in this hypothesis.
Thanks for asking for clarification. So we're all under stress. It's never going away, and it's just, you know, mounting and mounting. That's what we're all experiencing. So what's required of us is to bring more and more of our own intention and to be able to control what we can control. That is really the only solution. So the more things get crazy in the world, the more you want to be able to control your own thoughts, your own physiology. So let me just sort of give you an example of this, right? So if things don't go your way, or things are aggravating, or somebody is being difficult, you might be tempted to be pissed off at them. You'll spend your time thinking, blaming them, saying blaming things, thinking about how to get back at them. And all of that is going to cause you stress and cause a stress reaction, literally in your body. So a better thing to do would be only to focus on your own reaction. So for example, there's a breathing technique that you could do that literally within seconds will calm you down. You want to see what it is right now?
Yes,
actually?
yes, I do.
So for example, it's I call it cooling breath, because when you get pissed off and frustrated with people, you get very angry and heated in your body. We call it like hot under the collar. You know? So cooling breath is a reverse breath. Do it along with me now, where you're going to breathe in through your mouth and out through your nose. You want to breathe in through your mouth, almost like a sipping kind of motion, like you're sipping in through a straw. And tell me, when you're doing this, do you feel a cooling and drying sensation over the top of your tongue?
Yes,
Because
I do.
if you do, then you're doing it right. So within even a few breaths, it will cool you down. It will keep you cool, calm, and collected, and focused on your success, how you can make progress, and not on being pissed off at the other person.
So in your book, do you give us methods on how to keep calm under stressful situations, like
On every page.
on every page, on
every
everything?
page, yeah. So we talk about what to do when you have too much to do, because clarity is your best time management tool. So the more you can be clear, the more you know how to communicate with other people, you know, then you can not be overwhelmed.
We'll be right back after these messages. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are talking to Dr. Sharon Melnick, and we are talking about success under stress. So, as far as the future is concerned, there is a sufficient degree of uncertainty which we cannot always foresee, and we cannot prepare for something that is unforeseen. So my problem is, when we are dealing with stress, how do we possibly successfully prepare for the stress that is not yet in the development stage?
That's a very important question, and thank you for asking it. What I would say is, again, we may not be able to predict or control what's going to happen, but what we can do is we can control our own response to it and our own preparation for it. So what I would say there is the most important thing that you can do is to work on developing trust in your own self.
I've often wondered whether it is possible to reverse this process, to find the seat of that stress and reverse it. If we can do that, wouldn't it be possible to cure the problem like we do in the image setting, in the poor self-image, to cure like we do that?
That's absolutely right. I think that's true, and I think that's what we're in the fight for here together. That's
And have you
right.
thought of thinking that we can reverse the process and go to the seat, and that is impaired at a assessment of the self-image of a human being?
Yes.
Fix it and then come to the present. Is it not a process reversible?
I believe it is. Some people think that it's not, because they keep repeating those negative, that negative self-talk to themselves over years, and then years later they think, well, this is all I am. I can't be any different. But it's really only because they've been repeating that to themselves over time.
We'll be back soon, so stay tuned.